packing. We are getting
Got it right
ready
second time.
to go to Florida. Yeah, so turning 50. I am never leaving the packing to the week before ever again. Well, I'm gonna make a pasta crock-pot meal. This is our Cajun chicken pasta. I was also gonna have a little chat to you whilst I had my coffee here this morning and talk about aging and Botox and things like that. Good morning, welcome back to a new weekend vlog. This one is going to be an exciting one. Aid, what are we doing this weekend?
Working, packing.
Packing. We are getting
Got it right
ready
second time.
to go to Florida. Anyway, it's early Saturday morning. It's not 8 o'clock yet. We're heading out the door. I've got another coupon for Lidl, so we're going to go and spend that and pick up some popcorn again. Just checking out our Lidl coupon. So we've got £5 off when we spend £5. We've got a free filled muffin or cheese twist, 15% off our yogurt and 15% off brown sugar. We've got our free cheese twist to eat on the way home. Like, oh my goodness, that was so nice. It was so much nicer than we expected. I'd never have bought one of those. I just said to Aid, I think that might be something that I have in the future now. It was so nice. The cheese was really gooey and saucy. We're home from Lidl and we've picked up a little treat. You know, I always harp on about these. They're back in Lidl. Well, they were last week. It was German week last week, or the Alps week, whatever it was. And they had the choco softies in, which are so good. So today I want to share with you, and also Aid, because he's never had this before, something we used to have when I went to school in Germany. It is so delicious. And quite unusual as well. So the choco softies, I'm going to take one that's partially broken. They've got a good chunky piece of wafer on the bottom and then really fluffy marshmallow coated in chocolate. I'm going to pop in our roll. We used to have round rolls in Germany. And then squish it down. That's our breakfast. And this was a very normal breakfast to have at school in Germany, and we called them Fortuna-Brötchen. And you could buy them at the baker's as well. We used to pay, I think it was about 50 pfennigs, I think, for one of these. Anyone else eat anything that to anyone else would seem really odd? Because I know this is an odd thing, but it's really good. I'm ready for you to try it.
I think it's the bread and the marshmallow. It's almost like you're eating something sweet, something savoury.
But you think of s'mores. Similar to that, isn't it?
Very tasty. Because you did the other one with me with chocolate inside, wasn't it? Freshly baked roll.
Warm roll.
Warm roll.
With
and
a piece of Milka. And
it melts, doesn't it?
Look how good that looks. And we were reading up about because the name of it, Fortuna-Brötchen, it's a Dusseldorf thing, which is where I grew up. And it was, apparently, rumour has it started in 1933. There was an event and they needed food suddenly, didn't they? I'll see if I can find the thing.
Wasn't it sporting? Was it football?
Yeah, and Fortuna is the name of the...
and someone had won or something to celebrate and they didn't have any food or something.
So they put together
these.
The choco softies, or Dickmans as they're called in Germany, and bread rolls. Today is one of those days where we have such a big list to get through that we're slowly ticking it off. I have finished filming 2 videos. We have filmed a Disney chatty video, which will be up by now, talking about our trip, and Aid's editing that currently, and I'm going to get a dinner in the slow cooker. By the way, I've just realised this video goes out after I've had my big birthday, so it's very strange, but I will be 50 when this goes out, which feels so odd. Really odd. So I thought I would chat a bit more about turning 50 throughout this video as well. But I'm going to make a pasta crock-pot meal. I have not made a pasta dish in the crock-pot for goodness knows how long. But I'm going to do a Cajun penne pasta bake, which will be absolutely delicious, and I cannot wait. But we're having a busy day, so I just want to throw it in and then not think about it, but then sort of like 5-ish have dinner, because we want to do our packing for our trip as well. So it's just one of those I just want done and dusted, if you know what I mean. I don't want to be finishing later on at tea time feeling really hungry wondering what I want for dinner, or thinking, oh, I've got to make pasta now. I just know I'm not going to be in the mood. Whereas now I'm quite actually looking forward to doing it. Have you ever done a pasta dish in the slow cooker? Let me know if you have. It's not one I tend to do, if I'm totally honest. I tend to just make, because a pasta dinner is so quick to do, it is one I tend to do just as we're about to eat. But like I said, it just feels like it's the right thing, and I've just got a feeling that come later on I won't be in the mood to cook. So I'm going to grab my dinner making while I'm in the mood for it. So this meal, I'm using chicken, but it can be meat free, and I'm just using up what I've got in the fridge. We're starting to try and run things down right now before we go away. So like I've got some mushrooms here I'm going to throw in. I've got a lot of broccoli in the fridge, so we're going to throw in broccoli as well. I've got peppers and I'm using chicken. Use whatever you've got in your fridge. Anything can go in this. Yeah, so turning 50. I don't know about you, but like 40 was huge. And I was in complete denial about turning 40. It really bothered me. I think 25 was really bad as well, feeling like I was a quarter of a century old. Sounds strange now, doesn't it? Gosh, that was 25 years ago. So yeah, it was actually a friend of mine, because I was feeling really funny about turning this age, and a friend of mine actually said it's a privilege to get older, and not everybody gets that privilege. And that really, really changed my mindset to now actually feeling proud. Proud that I am turning 50 and that I feel happy and healthy. I love my life. We've got amazing kids, an amazing family, and I feel really blessed to be so happily married, to have just the life that we have. We work really hard for it, and I just feel proud. So I don't think turning 50 is something I should feel ashamed about or bothered about. I have turned it the other way around, and I feel proud that I'm turning 50. I plan to be in Disney for my birthday, so when this goes out, that should be the case. And I will have my sister with me. We've got such a lovely day planned, which you may have already seen by now if you follow us on Instagram. I'll leave our Disney Instagram down below, by the way. And I'm just really, really looking forward to it. And then we'll celebrate with the rest of the family and our kids when we get back. But I just felt like this was something I really wanted to do for me, just to be away, just escaping all of normal everyday life. I just wanted to be in Disney for my 50th birthday wearing a pair of ears. So yeah, that's what we plan to do. We've got a behind the scenes tour booked in Magic Kingdom. We've got a dining reservation at one of our favourite restaurants. I've just got really, really lovely things planned. So we are very, very excited. And yes, I have decided that I will be celebrating my birthday throughout the year, doing lots of things. I've always said this to the kids as well, never to feel guilty. If you've got plans on your birthday, you don't have to see me. Your birthday isn't just one day. You can celebrate over a longer period of time. It's not all just one birthday, so we'll have separate family celebrations. I want to spend some time with my mum when I get home. I'll see my dad later in the year, so I can celebrate with him then. Just spread out the celebrations. It's not all just down to one day. I have decided to use the liners because this is a brand new Crockpot, which I've only used the once and it burnt all inside, just like my old Crockpot. So I just don't want to ruin it, so I'm back to using liners again. I've thrown in all the veggies, I've diced up the chicken, and that's all in there, garlic and onion as well. And I'm adding in the pasta. So this is dried pasta, it's not cooked pasta. It's all going to cook in there. And then I am adding my cream cheese. Which will be the creaminess of this pasta. I've added about a third. I'm going to add some onion granules. and Cajun spice as well. I can always add a bit more of this at the end. And some water as well. Obviously the pasta's going to need the water to cook. Give that a bit of a mix. Oh, I forgot the cheese. I've already got some grated, so I'm going to throw that in. That's just normal grated cheddar, and I've got Parmesan at the end when it's cooked. And I'm also going to be adding loads of spinach at the end because I've got loads of spinach that needs to cook, so I'll add that just before it's finished. It's 1:45, I've put it on high and I'll see how long that takes. It's now time to start packing. I'm not filming a separate video for this time. I quite often do. However, it was only 6 months ago that we went. So if you do want to see a packing video, I will leave a link to that down below. But also, I just want to enjoy this. I want to have music on and just do my own thing. Whereas when you're filming a proper video, you're stopping to record and you have to keep turning the music off, and I just want to enjoy it today. And it's nice and sunny outside, so it feels a really, really nice day to do this. I will show you the state we are in. I've got things hanging up there. I do need to really... Do you iron before you go? Because part of me thinks when it comes to dresses, I'm going to get the ironing board out and quickly run over that before I put it on in Disney anyway. Some of my clothes are iron free anyway, which I quite like. That green dress is a new one. I'm wondering whether to wear that on my birthday. I don't know. I can't decide. Aid's got some t-shirts, and we've also got some bits and pieces out here. This skirt actually... I'm going to be making a t-shirt and ears to go with that, so actually I'm going to keep that out. Got ears, got my list. Yeah, just need to kind of go through things. I've also got some of my t-shirts hanging on the side, and I've got some of my Loungefly. Haven't had a look to see which ones I've taken of those yet. Oh, and the pasta's ready. It took 1 hour and 3/4, so I've turned it off and I'll just heat it when we're ready to eat it. It's been really helpful. I've got a little bit of a mental block about what I want to take this time because I know it's going to be a bit cooler. I've gained some weight, so I can't fit into some of my normal clothes I wear, and I don't want to overtake things. I don't just want to take everything and not need everything because that's silly. I've got some new outfits, but I've got some old ones that I love, so I'm trying things on. This is a new dress that I bought. So Aid's come up with the suggestion. We have Magic Kingdom, Animal Kingdom, Hollywood Studios, that's a new t-shirt I've got, and then Epcot.
I did this for my t-shirts, didn't I? Yeah,
and then I'm trying to work out then how many days we're in the parks. I've also got just a general pile of dresses that one is I wear in every park. I love that one. Sort of comfortable dresses in the evenings and things as well. Just trying to go through things. Oh, I've got an Animal Kingdom t-shirt and an Epcot shirt. They can go on the pile. And the other thing is we are packing everything for our first few days off-site into one case. So I've also got to decide which outfits I'm wearing as well.
And the reason for that is so that when we get to the first resort, the first hotel, is the fact we could just need to open one case. Really, there's nothing worse than having to root through trying to find something that you want to wear the next day, especially after a long flight, when keeping it in one case just makes it easy.
We're kind of like packing's come to a standstill. I've rewritten the itinerary just so I can work out how many days we're in what parks. But now it's 5 o'clock and we're really hungry. This dinner is an absolute winner. I've had it off for a couple of hours. I'm going to heat it through. Got to be careful when you're doing pasta in here not to overcook it because it will go very... what's the word? You know when pasta really cooks over. And this is our Cajun chicken pasta. I completely forgot to put the spinach in. Just put some Parmesan on top. It's not the most attractive of dinners. It's not like oozing with colour, but it tastes delicious and that's the main thing, isn't it? Morning, it's Sunday morning. We've already been out for our morning stomp. We've done nearly 8,000 steps this morning. And it is 9:15. Had a very productive day already. I've already filmed, edited one of our Florida vlogs as well. And we've come home and I'm making our lovely banana scramble. Berries defrosting in the microwave. We are very conscious of exercising and health these days. I think that also comes with getting older. I think like when you're in your 30s or 20s, you're sort of quite flippant about things. But we're very aware now of what we do now is going to have a big impact on our lives in sort of 10, 20 years time. So I know, like with me gaining weight recently, a friend said, oh, just buy the next size up. I don't want to, because I don't want that then to become the norm for me. And I know that the weight I'm at now is like the top end of my health weight for my size. So I don't want to go beyond that. And I know for me, it's just exercising more and cutting out on some of the snacks and the nice things that I make. And I think that's really important. So we just want to sort of be healthy and active. And I see my mum as a really good example, actually. Mum's now 68 and she's so active. She does her Pilates, she rides her bike. She's very, very active all the time. She's so good with what she eats as well. And I think she looks really good for her age. So yeah, it's really important to us what we eat. So I try and get as many berries in. I've been doing that for the last sort of 10 years. I think I started reading up about menopause and things like that, and sort of seeing the things that you should be eating and things like that. I'm still waiting for those symptoms to kick in because they still haven't yet. So I'm sure that will come at some stage with me turning 50 soon. It's like I haven't had to ever dye my hair. I've never dyed my hair before. So I'm quite lucky in that way. I put that down to good genes from my mum as well. But mum also said that she just went through her menopause and didn't have any symptoms either. So fingers crossed. There we go, our healthy breakfast after our 8,000 step walk. You're not going to believe what Aid's just done. Had a little bit of an accident. Oh my goodness, I didn't realise it had done that. I heard you make a spillage. It's all over the unit. Oh no. He's cleaning the coffee machine, not realising the tray was full. The tray was full. I'm wanting to do I'm just hoping this hasn't marked.
It hasn't, because I did some stuff and yes, it cleaned off.
Okay, the sift does seem to take things off quite well. First wash looks like that. We've still got marks on there quite heavily. We've cleaned off all this. We're going to do the whole lot. Aid's just gone to get some more sift from the garage. Thank you. I love the smell of this stuff. Oh, it's really cold where it's been outside. Otherwise, I will get the pink stuff out and give that a scrub as well. I think I might need that. We've got some of it up, but not all of it, so we are now resorting to the pink stuff. Let's see if this does the trick. I hope so. I think we might struggle a bit.
So it might need a little bit, or even leave the sieve on for a little bit.
Actually, it's coming off this side. Just got that last little bit that's been a bit more stubborn. Yeah, that's all come up, thankfully. Good morning. It's Monday morning. Aid's just made me a coffee. The coffee machine is lovely and clean and all that area is sorted again. Gosh, that made a mess yesterday. I didn't end up continuing chatting yesterday. I ended up working till about 10 in the end. And dinner became a plate of cheese and crackers last night about 8 o'clock. Aid gave me something, or gave us something. So yeah, so I didn't end up sharing anything else. We didn't end up doing any more packing. It was just a full work day. It's now Monday morning. I know I need to pack this week. I know it needs to be done. This is why I like to pack 2 or 3 months beforehand when work's a bit calmer, whereas now it is literally 5:30 in the morning I start work and often finishing sort of 10 or 11, and it's like this the last sort of 3-4 weeks before we go away. So it's just manic at the moment, but this coffee is very needed this morning. I've been really good though. I've started the week well, and I started on the treadmill this morning. So I'm still fitting in the exercise, which is good. But going back to what I was saying yesterday, I think it's really, really important to keep our bodies moving, to look after ourselves as much as possible. It doesn't go great with what I just said about working long hours, but I love my job. I really, really do. It's not strenuous, and it is an extension of my passion. So it's not like somebody going out to work. It is slightly different. I was also going to have a little chat to you whilst I have my coffee here this morning and talk about aging and Botox and things like that. I've never had anything done, as I'm sure you can tell, but I keep wondering about my eyes. I've always been, that's the only part of my body I'm self-conscious of, but I've always had saggy eyes. I put it down to years ago, lack of sleep. I've never been a great one for sleeping. I've always had a lot of energy, and I felt like I don't know, I just want to be up in the morning. I love early mornings. And so I started working for an airline at 20, and I had 5 o'clock shifts. That's what I started on. So I've always, well, back then I'd get up at sort of 3:15 to start work, and I used to swap all my shifts to early shifts, and I loved it. And I'd quite often do overtime on my days off. So instead of doing 6 on 3 off, which is what we were rotated, I would do 6, or I would work and just have 1 day off to get the overtime. So I've always done early shifts, always had kids that don't sleep, and then started my own business back in 2003 and working around the kids. It was normal for me to still get up at 3 o'clock in the morning, because then I could start my work day early when they were in bed and still get a good full day's hours in, but be around the kids when they needed me during the daytime and then start back at work. So I've always been an early bird. It's just normal for me. If I wake on my own at 4 o'clock, I get up and work. It doesn't feel a problem. But saying that, I did notice over the years that my eyes were getting worse and worse, and I remember used to thinking, oh, I just need to get a really good sleep and I'll catch up. And that was like in my 30s, and it just hasn't happened. But my mum has really, really saggy eyes as well. We all do. We've always got, nobody in our family has proper eyelids. Nobody can wear eyeshadow because we just don't have that. And my mum really suffers with baggy eyes as well. She did have an eye lift. When was that, about 2-3 years ago? But for medical reasons. She was actually even offered it on the NHS, but it was a long wait, and it was affecting her with headaches, eyesight. It was starting to affect her with driving. So she decided to pay and have it done, and it's actually put me off slightly. One, seeing the recovering process, but 2, I feel like she looks shocked all the time. I don't know if it's just because she opens her eyes more, and I know when I open my eyes it's so much lighter and I can see so much more. But I don't know, it scared me. I have thought about things like Botox and things like that. My sister and brother are really into Botox, but like forehead and things like that, and it just scares me. It really does. I will be that one person that it goes wrong, and I just think this is just the way I am. I haven't tried any, I don't do masks or anything like that. I just use my Kiehl's cream, and that's all I use. But I haven't tried anything else. I know, like, Aid bought some tea bags to try on my eyes. I never got round to it. He's put teaspoons in the freezer. It's supposed to help. I never got round to doing that. So it can't bother me that much, I guess. Otherwise I would do things. But I think it's when I video edit, and I notice sometimes that I'm very aware of it. But that is the one thing I think if I could have anything done, I would have done. But let me know how you feel about that kind of thing. Do you have Botox or anything else done? Would you recommend anything? Do you suffer with baggy eyes as well? I would be really, really interested to hear, because it is quite a personal thing, isn't it, about how you look, and everyone wants to look their best. But yeah, so any advice or anything, I'd love to hear. This is a really, really good coffee this morning. Right, we really do need to pack. I am so pleased. Aid gave me the advice of putting everything into parks, like outfits for parks, and then like non-park outfits, and that's really, really helped me, because also then you can match your accessories I've taken out some dresses that I've decided, because it is going to be cooler, that I've got really floaty dresses, so I've decided not to take those because they're dresses that I tend to wear in the evenings, some of them, and I think it's just going to be a bit too cool for those. So that's really helped. So I feel like everything's laid out, but I want to tick things off the list. That's how I'm feeling at the moment. The suntan lotion arrived yesterday. I've lost the suntan lotion. I don't know where it is. So I just want things ticked off so I know if I've missed anything, forgotten anything, I can look for it or buy it. So I think that needs to be done. Right, I'm going to start back at work, and I will catch up with you later. A few days later, we're still like this. I think we'll be here at the weekend. It's now Wednesday, and we've still got this all around. I am never leaving the packing to the week before, ever again. I'm just too busy with work. It just doesn't work for us. I wanted to get it done yesterday. We were with our son yesterday, and then I came home and I literally had 1 hour before I went on a Zoom in the evening. And today, my alarm is now permanently set at 5 every morning to start work. And I'm just stressed. No, I'm not stressed because I'm excited, but I just want to get it done and I want to enjoy it. But I want to still make Mickey ears to go with my skirt. We did pack, we had an hour yesterday, and we did pack our first case. So the case when we stay at our first resort. So that is this one. I've got a t-shirt I'm wearing on travel day, and I've got my nightie for the Premier Inn. Pair of ears there. Travel day outfit. I keep changing my mind. I don't like to wear the same outfit every single time. I think because we vlog and take loads of photos, you kind of want to change it up a little bit. But I'm so comfy in the dress that I always wear. And I've worn it quite a few times now. And I just pop a t-shirt over the top and a cardigan. And the last time I bought a new green cardigan, and it was so soft and cozy. And it's ideal then for Florida. I used it in Florida and it's just perfect. Pair of trainers. I'm really, really happy. I've worn leggings before and I was uncomfortable. I don't want a skirt because I don't want anything around my waist. I find that irritates me when I'm sat on a long flight. So a dress is just the perfect one. And this particular dress, where is it? Oh, it's hanging on the door, my spotty one. It doesn't crease. It's like a big thick t-shirt and it wraps around you, so it's long, so it covers my legs on the plane. It's just perfect. It's so comfortable. So I've decided it doesn't matter that I always wear the same thing because I'm comfortable, and that's the main priority, isn't it, when you're going on a 10-hour flight. I cleaned up my shoes today as well, and this little bag here, this is for our Premier Inn stuff, and we've got all the last bits. That's it's shampoo, and I've got deodorant and a face wipe, so all of that can go in the bin. All the toiletries will be binned. They're the last few bits for the night before we go. Morning. Completely different room today. We did really, really well last night. We packed pretty much everything. I've got another case in the other room, so we're going to take 3 cases, and we have one smaller case that fits inside the other, so we can bring plenty of stuff back. Lounge flies, everyone always asks about lounge flies. I packed them out. Great for bringing back toiletries. Great for, what's in this one? Another packing cube. Great for bringing back breakables as well. And I've actually got sunglasses, spare sunglasses in one of those as well. And we always take an extension lead so we can plug things in, because we vlog and we work out there. We have a lot of things that need plugging in. I always take bubble wrappers off in these breakables, bring it back, and I've got the Nutella wrapped in there as well. We've got travel day outfits hung up. I've got my little backpack here, even got passports and everything in there. Shoes are there. These are all the empties that we were keeping for the Premier Inn that I mentioned. And this is my wheelie bag already. I packed 2 lounge flies in here. I've also got all my little liquids for the plane. And then these go side by side. These are my favourites. That one is actually packed out with ears. And this one has things for the plane. So Ada pulled this out for me before he puts it in the overhead locker. I've got everything that I want for the plane. I've got earphones in here and all stuff like that. Sweets. And we use these, and I have my blanket in here as well for the plane. And we use these then for the wheelie bags for return, actually, of things to bring back, especially breakables. So I do actually feel reasonably organised now. I haven't filmed a packing video this time because we haven't packed like we usually do. We usually just get it all done in an afternoon or something, or an evening, and it's done. But this time it's just been really bitty. We've just been too busy, and it just hasn't been a usual packing for us. But if you do like to see a packing video, I've got one on our travel channel, so I'll leave a link of our one from September, actually August, down below for you. I'm going to finish now. I hope you've enjoyed this. I am really looking forward to my big birthday trip, and we're celebrating our 18th wedding anniversary out there as well. We got married in Orlando in 2007. And we haven't actually been back on our wedding anniversary since, so we've got a lovely day planned for that, so I'm really excited about that as well. Thank you very much for being here with me. I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Take care. Bye.